Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sculpt and Sweat. My name is Nikki. Grabbing a quick drink this morning. So this morning's class is just a quick 30-minute class. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit here. There we go, much better. So welcome, my name is Nikki. Welcome to A Balanced Life with Fit Nikki. So today's class is going to be just about 30 minutes with a little warm-up at the beginning, a little stretching at the end. You're welcome to stretch as much as you want at the end. We do circuit style, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We'll have 3 exercises. Repeat them one time through them, move on to the next one. Today we are focusing on core and back. So core is your belly, your abdominal area, your back, just this whole area here to keep it strong. May is posture month. I just found that out halfway through the month, but it's posture month. So we want to work on that posture, keeping a strong core to keep a nice posture, to keep ourselves standing tall and nice and strong spine for our body. So we're just going to get a nice little warm up. I do have a suggested playlist you can check on Spotify, Fit Nikki 2, FITNIKKI 2. I always label it with the class name and the date. So it's Sculpt and Sweat 051420. I had to look at the date. So let's just get a little bit of warmed up. Let's march it out just a little bit here. Get the blood flowing, get it moving. Happy Thursday. So I've done this class at noon in the past. Today I'm doing it at 7 a.m. I have a fun afternoon planned with my nieces and nephews this afternoon. So no class this afternoon. I'm going to be playing with my nieces and nephews who I haven't seen in a little bit. So we're going to have a fun afternoon today. Let's go ahead and just take it out wide. Just take some squats here, warming up the hips. So you want your knees and toes in line with each other. Chest is lifted and strong. Take it down as low as you can. Warm up the hips. Keep everything moving. Take a few more breaths here. And we're going to do some inchworms in just a moment just to keep that body get warmed up here. So we're going to bring it up. I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to reach up and fold it forward. Walk it out to a plank. That can be toes or knees. Walk it back and come on up. We're going to do that a few times. If you'd like, you can add a push-up in your plank and bring it back and up. Let's do a couple more here. And let's take it one more time. And guys, I have some Kleenex handy just in case my allergies kick in. They've been a little rough. March it back out. I know about you guys, but I'm allergic to mold, so all this rain just makes me sneeze all the time. So just a little warning, just in case that happens. Let's take the feet wide, legs wide. Press one shoulder forward. Hands are on my thighs, so I'm not pushing into my knee. Come back to center and switch. Good, bring it up, heel, toe it in. So even though we have a little 15-second break between exercises, I want you to keep your body moving so you can march it out, you can jog it, you can do jumping jacks, whatever you want. Just keep your body moving. Grab a drink whenever you need it. I've got a little timer, and I'm going to start it, and still trying to figure out how to get it so you guys can see the timer and me as well. Our first exercise is going to be a single-legged deadlift. Feel free to use dumbbells or a weight if you'd like, or you can do this with no weight. So we're going to start by putting all of our weight in that left foot. Lift the right leg. You want to keep a long spine here. So you're just going to hinge forward, come to a flat back, toes face down, and come on back in. And so the clock has started. We've got 45 seconds on. And bring it up. So keep your core engaged here. And you'll hear that a lot, keep your core engaged. And sometimes that sounds kind of weird, but that means just focus on your abdominal muscles working. So I know it's early, I'm like, how else can I say engaged? You just want to think of them working, of them holding in, holding everything tight, but make sure you're still breathing here. Very important to keep breathing. We've got 5 more seconds on this side. And come on up, keep the body moving, march it out. Keep going. We have wood choppers next. And we're going to start in about 5 seconds. You've got 3, 2, 1. So you're going to take your arms up high, leg out, and you're going to pull your hands to your knee and then open up. So you're going to add a little crunch to that. So you're going to curl in your back and open. Good. So you can keep this toe down, or you can have it here to add some balance. Also working the core. Soften that left knee, that standing leg, so it doesn't lock up on you. And guys, this is your class, so I'm here to guide you through, but this is your class. So take modifications when you need it. Hopefully I give you the modifications you need. If not, please reach out and let me know. Take a break when you need it. Work at your own pace. We are almost there. Good, march it out. We've got 15 seconds. You work at your own pace. That's why we worked with time, because that way it doesn't matter how many you do, you get quality of movement, and we get the same amount of time. So our third in here is plank jacks. So we're going to go in about 5 seconds. Come into a plank. You can either tap it out or hop it out. In 3, 2, and go. So you can always bring it down to elbows if that's what you're needing. If this is intense on your shoulders or your wrists, elbows is a nice option. Just make sure you have some cushioning there with a mat or a rolled up towel. And again, tap it or hop it out. We're almost there. Keep breathing, keep going. You guys got this. Whew. Just try not to sneeze too much on you guys. You got 5 seconds. 5 seconds. You got 2, you got 1. Keep the feet moving. We're going to repeat that single-legged deadlift on the other leg. We've got about 7 seconds here. Grab a drink if you need it. So I would rather you take it nice and slow and only get a few exercises in, making sure your alignment's good and you're keeping that balance. And let's go ahead, other side. Hinge it forward, nice flat back, toes face down, and come on in. Hinge it forward, and bring it in. So I like to keep this standing knee just a little bit bent. Takes a little pressure off the hamstring and the glutes. And then my knee doesn't lock up on me and hurt later on. We're almost there. You guys are doing amazing. 10 seconds. And it's okay if you wobble or if you fall just like that. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep the feet moving. In about 10 more seconds, we have wood choppers on the other side. Again, working that core. You got 3, 2, get it set up, and let's go. So pull that knee in towards the chest, the hands towards the knees. Curling the back in. Maybe let that leg float. She'll work on your balance a little bit as well. Take your time. Exhale as you come in. Inhale to lengthen out. You're about halfway there on this side, and today is not a good balance day for me, so make sure I'm tapping that foot down. And that's okay. So I like to tell people, you know, our bodies are not robots. They don't always do what we want them to do. They don't always do the exact exercise. And that's okay. We just work with what we got going on today. and bring it down. Good. March it out. Walk it out. Grab a drink. We have one more set of plank jacks, and we're going to go in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. So again, you can tap it out or you can hop it out. If you are hopping, make sure you're keeping that core engaged so your belly isn't coming down like this when you hop. So again, really think of tightening up those muscles. Tighten up those abs. Lengthen out through the spine. Keep your gaze focused down so that the spine stays long from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. And you're gonna go about 15 more seconds. You guys are rocking it out. And we have another set of exercises after this. We'll go into. Keep going. You got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Our next set of exercises, keep breathing, keep moving, is going to be bird dog. So you can have it here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. If you want, you can add elbow to knee. Or you can take it to wide-footed plank in 3, 2, and go. So if you choose here, you're going to make sure you put your weight into your hand and your foot before you lift. So really shift that weight before you reach. Whenever you're doing a bird dog, it's very easy, especially for that leg and that arm to really come up like this, but you want to keep it along line. So straight from the shoulder and the hip, and bring it in. Straight from the shoulder and the hip, and bring it in. And if you have a mirror, that's always helpful to have. So you got 2 and 1. Good, keep it moving. Supermans are next. And you'll come down on your belly, arms straight ahead, and you're just gonna lift your arms and your legs. Maybe you wanna bring your hands in here and reach and bring it in. Ready, and go. Good, so I like to bring my hands in, reach and bring it in. Reach and bring it in. Reach and bring it in. So if this is a little intense on your low back today, you can always just use your upper body. And if you're just using the upper body, and you guys got 10 seconds here, you're pressing in to the tops of your thighs and the tops of your feet as you lift. 2 and 1. Good, come on up, grab a drink if you want. Burpees are next. You do not have to jump, so a couple modifications. Come down, step back to plank, step it in and up. You can hop it back, hop it in and up. Add a push-up if you want. Ready, and go. So this is a great action. You're still going to keep your body moving. You're still going to have that nice plank position. You're still going to engage your core. Maybe you take it wide and come up, working the hips as well. Excuse me, you can also step it out, step it wide like a squat and come up. Pardon me one moment. So either one is a great option or any variation. Again, just like our plank jacks, you don't want your belly to drop, so you keep that core engaged. You keep tightening up the belly. You got 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Grab a drink if you need it. We're coming back to bird dogs, whatever variation you want. We've got about 7 seconds. Maybe try the wide-legged plank, and if that's too much for you, bring it down to bird dog, to the hands and knees. So again, quality over quantity. Really find that balance. Come down, shift your weight to both hands and feet, then shift to one hand and foot. Lift and bring it in. So whatever action you're choosing, make sure that your wrists come under your shoulders so you're still coming into that same stance. So you don't have one hand out here and one over here. Wrist right under the shoulder. Knees are going to be under the hips if you're coming into the kneeling version. And you've got 5 seconds left here. You're down to 3, 2, and 1. Grab a breath. Coming into those Supermans. If you want a little more challenge in your Superman, you can add a push-up by coming all the way to your belly, up to Superman. Hands come under the shoulders. Press yourself back up. Ready and go. So just a little more of a challenge, a little more work, if that's what you're wanting this morning. Always an option to put the knees down if you need some extra support. If you want to add in that push-up, we are doing push-ups later on today, spoiler alert. So if you like push-ups, go ahead and add it in here. If you don't, sorry. But push-ups are a really great all-body workout. So those, I like to throw those in all the time. You got 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come into those burpees, whatever variation you like, in about 7 seconds here. Last set of burpees, I promise. You've got 3, 2, and 1. So pick your poison, step it out, add a jump if you want, add a push-up if you want. I like to take mine wide to a squat and then come up. So it's whatever you're wanting. Again, make sure that you're engaging that core. You're making those muscles work to hold your body steady when you're jumping. That way, and when you're doing that push-up as well. That way, you keep your spine strong. And you've got about 15 seconds or so. Get a few more in. Then we're going to move on to another set of exercises. Keep breathing. You guys are doing an amazing job. I appreciate you getting up. Go ahead and walk it out. Grab a drink. Appreciate you, those that are live with me, getting up and working out. And those that watch later on, I appreciate you taking the time. So our next set of exercises, we're going to come on down a side crunch. So come on down to your elbow or arm long, and you're going to lift the top knee, and you're going to do knee to elbow and then straighten out that leg. Knee to elbow and straighten. So again, some of these exercises, if you would like a weight, you can always grab a dumbbell, give you a little more resistance to the movement. We've got 15 seconds. Then we're moving into push-ups. These are working our side here, our obliques. You got 3, 2, and 1. You can get set up so you can take to wide armed push-up. You can take them in. You want to be on your toes or your knees. Hands a little bit behind the shoulders, just barely. And then elbows go back. And we're going to go in 2 and 1. So I like a nice wide armed push-up to work my chest as well. And again, long spine. And feel free to lower those knees. So I know sometimes they call these girl push-ups, but it's much better to lower the knees so you can support your body. So again, that belly doesn't drop down. You don't hurt your lower back. You're keeping a long spine. You're having your core, your abdominals work, but you're just giving them a little extra support. And you got 3, 2, and release. So our last set of cardio is mountain climbers. Go at your own pace. So some options here. Take a few breaths, grab a drink. You can bring it in. You can take it side to side. You can take it at a faster pace. You're ready and go. And if you hear that, I apologize. That is my hip that keeps popping. If you're like me, sometimes your body likes to make little noises when you're working. You guys are doing great. Give me about 20 more seconds here. Nice deep breaths. And you can take it at your own pace. You know, take it as fast as you want. Take it as slow as you want. Add that little knee to opposite elbow to switch it up a little bit and add a twist to it. You've got about 5 seconds here. And then we're going to move back into those side crunches on the other side. We're doing pretty good, I think, for time. I always tend to run over because I like to chat, so I don't always work that into my plan. Let's take it to the other side. We've got about 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Knee to elbow. So even though you don't have weights, you can still add resistance by reaching and pulling. So imagine that like you're pulling it in and reaching out. Make it a little bit harder. Keep breathing. Doing fantastic job, guys. You've got about 10 seconds left. You're doing fantastic this morning. You got 2 and 1. So find whatever push-up you want for this next set. If you want to take the hands in nice and close for some, I call them chaturanga push-ups, but it's going to work your triceps. You can take that as well. We've got 3, 2, and 1. If you want to do those, you want to hug the elbows in as you come down and come on up. So you don't want to come all the way down. You want your elbows to be at a 90-degree angle, and then come on back up. Again, lower the knees if you're needing some support today. Keep breathing. Keep working hard. If you guys, tomorrow at 7 a.m., if 7 a.m. is a good time for you, or you can watch it later, I do have a class called Build Balance, Flow. And we're also going to be focusing on core in that class, and we work on strength, mobility, flexibility, and balance. And you've got 2 and 1. Fantastic. Take a breath. We're going to do our mountain climbers one more time. We're going to do about 5 seconds. And then we just have 3 more exercises, and then we'll stretch it out. You got 2 and 1. So remember, go at your own pace. So this is a great place to be. Try and keep your shoulders forward. So it's real easy with mountain climbers to get back here. So you want to try and keep your weight forward a bit. And again, side to side is a great spot to be, whatever pace you want. Again, side to side is great. And you've got about 12 more seconds here. So keep going, last set of cardio. We've got about 5, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Grab a drink. Our last group, no cardio, and it's going to start with a plank. So whatever plank you want. You can be hands and toes. You can lower the knees. You can come to your elbows, bringing them under the shoulders. It's whatever you're wanting. You just want to again engage that core. Ready and hold. So you want to, I keep saying engage the core, but like I said at the beginning, it's just really focusing on working those abdominal muscles, holding them in. Imagine a line from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. So even if you lower these knees, your hips are going to be forward. They're not going to come back over your knees. They're going to come forward, so you have kind of a diagonal here. Lift up through the back of the body. Gaze is focused down so the spine stays long. You've got 2 and 1. If you need to lower your knees, push your hips back to child's pose for a breath. We're going to come on our back for bridge. We've got about 5 seconds. So if you have a block that's great in bridge, you can put it between your knees. Arms by your side. And we're just going to squeeze the block, squeeze your glutes, push your hips up, and bring them down. Press your arms into the ground to help you lift, and down. If you have a bench or something to lift your feet a little bit higher, push up and bring it down. You want to keep your knees in line with your toes. Lift through the top of the body as you squeeze back here and bring it down. You've got 10 seconds. You got 3, 2, 1. I had held that one out for a little bit, didn't I? So boat pose or V-ups are next. If you're gonna choose boat pose, again, keep the spine long. You don't want the back to collapse here. So you can be here, you can be here, you can have toes up, you can be here. V-ups, you're gonna open up and come in, and we are starting now. So if you're here, you're keeping the spine long, gaze stays up. You wanna keep a nice space between your chin and your chest. Same with boat pose. So you're relaxing that jaw. Relax your tongue, but keep a space here. Pretend like you have an orange. And you don't want to squeeze that orange and get orange juice all over you and get you all sticky. You want to keep a nice space here so you're not bending down your neck. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. You've got 7 seconds. That's it for this set. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Take a breath. Grab a drink. Maybe curl over and hug your knees for a moment to release your lower back. And then we'll come back into that plank. Plank is your choice. If you want to switch it up a little bit, maybe do shoulder taps. So that's just shifting the weight from one hand to the other, tapping your opposite shoulder, or just hold that plank, whatever you want. You've got about 20 more seconds, whatever you're choosing. So I'm going to come right here. Spine is long. And when I'm in plank, sometimes you have to kind of occupy your mind. So I always think lift up through the back of the knees, lengthen through the crown of the head, lift up through the heels, press into the elbows. Engage the core for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees, maybe take child's pose for a breath or 2. We're gonna come into that bridge one more time, and maybe make it a walking bridge or a marching bridge. And with that, you're just going to lift a knee up as you lift your hips. Ready, and go. Maybe even lift the leg all the way up, adding a kick. Take your time with it. Squeeze those glutes as you come up. Lift up through the chest. So as you're squeezing the glutes, pushing through the feet, think of pushing into your upper back as well. Pushing it down into the mat a little, or the ground a little bit more. 10 seconds here. Doing fantastic. We have one more set of boat pose or V-ups, and then we'll cool it down and stretch it out. So you got 3, 2, and 1. So pick your poison for that last one. Do you want to hold boat pose? Or do you want to do some V-ups? You've got about 5 seconds here. Remember, if you're here, always an option to lower the feet or the hands for some support. Ready, and go. So this is our last exercise today. So give me everything you got here. And if you're doing V-ups, exhale as you come in, inhale to lower. You guys are doing awesome. I wish I could see you. I miss teaching face-to-face. I miss feeling everyone's energy and everything. So hopefully soon, one day, we'll all be face-to-face again at a nice social distance. You've got about 7 seconds here, guys. Doing amazing. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Release the lower back. Let it curl a little bit here. Take a breath or 2. We're going to just do some stretches. So one more breath. Good. And then we're just going to lower your feet. Take your hands by your hips. Push yourself up into a little ball. And then you're going to lengthen your legs, but stay folded over like this. Let your head and your neck relax. Maybe you're feeling a nice stretch along the back here. The back of the legs and the glutes. We're going to take one more breath here. And then gently roll up. Let your head come up last. And guys, please feel free to take as long as you need stretching. So we're going to take the fingers, lace them, flip your palms forward, and curl in your back. Let your chin fall to your chest. Really press forward with the palms of your hands. Take one more breath here. And then rise up. Keep your fingers laced. And you're going to lean over to the right side. Push into the left hip, outside of that left leg. Keep your chest open, so if you feel your shoulder coming forward, open it up a bit more. Coming back through center and switch. One more breath here. And come on up. Release your hands. Take them behind your back. Give your shoulders a shrug back. Lift your chin and your chest. Press down through your knuckles. Press your shoulders down away from your ears. Take one more big breath here. Release your hands. Come back to neutral. And you're going to take your feet wide, just like we did at the beginning. Hands to your thighs. Press your shoulder forward. Maybe look over your other shoulder. Taking a little bit of a twist here. Come on back through center and switch. Good. Come on back to center. Heel toe the feet in. And then we're just going to stretch out the hips a little bit here. So if you have a wall, you can grab that for balance. Ankle comes in front of your thigh for a figure 4. And have a seat. One of my favorite stretches after a run as well. Really gets a nice stretch all along here. Let's take one more round of breath. Come on up and switch. And again, grab a wall or table or chair or whatever if you need a little bit of balance help here today. Good, let's come on up. Take a big breath in. Let it all out. Awesome job. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for working hard today. Guys, from my heart to yours, peace, love, and health. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope you're staying safe and well.